Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gold Rush Football Podcast on Gold Rush Football TV. I still remain your favorite podcaster. Today, I have Moses here, and also I have a man making his comeback here from the El Clasico hangover. Anyways, Mazi is here. Mazi is a Barcelona fan, and I'm glad to have him here. Mazi, how far are you doing now?
Yeah, I do. Still grieving from that loss, that Clasico loss. But it is what it is. I'm here. I'm glad to be here to speak football. There's a lot of things going on in the football world, so always glad to be here. Thank you.
Moses, how far now? Chelsea, I don't want to start. I don't want it to be a Chelsea TV for this intro, but how you did? Firstly, how you did?
Yeah. Before I say anything, you're supposed to know that in England, now 2 stadiums we built. We built one in White Hart Lane.
Oh yeah.
And then we built another one in Stamford Bridge. So whether I'm playing in White Hart Lane or playing Stamford Bridge, it is always blue.
It is always blue, but it's not always blue for the investors out there. I was listening to this this comedian like that. He said they put money for bets. Say
they put for boxing.
They put for boxing.
Right. If he lose, the first way they can lose money, they would have beaten the person black and blue.
And the crazy thing about football these days is what I tend to deduce from footballing world is the betting is not making people to be honest about
the
game,
the reality.
A lot of scandals.
A lot of
you place a bet against your team.
And then speaking about talking the game the way it used to be. Back then, I started this talking the football game, talking soccer. I started this back then under the tree. Back in institution, and then I remember the zeal, the energy where would they take do the banter, would they take the analyze games with passions, with I wasn't there was still bet then, but it's not like the way it is right now, because people just tend to now the team where they win. Place where I put my money. Place where I put my money now go.
If the team where they support lose, no matter, at least I make money.
I make money.
Yeah, so the passion is divided.
It's divided, And then I just feel if it can be balanced, I don't think it's going to be balanced, guys. What do you think? Because right now, when we talk to someone, we talk to people about the game. The banter too now came in. There used to be bants, but now it's banter. People do it watch just for their team and their tickets to drop, and when the tickets cut, now voila.
Absolutely.
You understand? So I just feel.
What about the players?
Also, the players as well.
Yeah, so where's the passion? If you tell somebody like, hey, I'm going to get a red card, let's make money, maybe like your friends. No, you're not more playing for your team. You're playing for the money or the bets you have with your friends. It's crazy. And even the Turkish, did you hear? The Turkish league,
yes. The scandals with the referees, like 200 and something referees was, it's crazy. It's crazy because, the investors go see the cash out. We are not here to say investors should not do investment, but when you are putting your money where your mouth is, also speak the fact. Speak the game. Speak to the way which the game needs to be. Let's move on away from that. I don't want us to start with I just want us to start with something going on, and it's all about the El Clasico. Let's start from the El Clasico. We saw the fiery rivalry, between Barcelona and Real Madrid. Before the game, there was a comment which Lamine Yamal made. Arguably the second best player in the world. He made this comment, and we saw in the game we saw red cards. We saw the police intervention. We saw we saw goals. We saw a couple of penalty calls. We saw some calls like that. What do you guys make? Let me give it to Mazi, because it's. I'm so glad to have you here on this podcast, and to see Mazi here on this podcast again. Mazi na chairman, but seeing you here, it's privilege.
El Clasico, I started having a bad feeling about the El Clasico, the game before, when Hansi Flick was given a red card. Now we don't know what he said. We don't know if he deserved that red card, but. Reports say he didn't say anything. He was actually talking to Frankie de Jong and asking him to have a lot of intensity. But Hansi Flick not being on the bench obviously affected Barcelona.
Right.
And then Lamine Yamal compounded the issue with that interview. Now I don't for me, I don't have a problem if you go out there and brag about the game, but you have to show up. If you brag, show up. You know, so after he made those comments, I said, okay, maybe it's his way of motivating himself for the game. But during the game, Lamine Yamal, his performance was, I wouldn't say it was bad, but I think the Real Madrid tactics was just surround him, make sure he had no impact in the game and all of that. Now, you know, I think that speech affected. I think it increased Madrid's intensity. It didn't really affect Barcelona, but it made Madrid more vicious, you know. And, you know, I didn't like what Madrid, from an experienced captain, what he did after the game, go and, you know, talk to Lamine Yamal about his comments. Those things are not supposed to be things we would see on the pitch, you know. But El Clasico is El Clasico. It will be controversial. You will have calls. There were calls I felt like the referee got totally wrong. Some penalty calls for Barcelona.
Right.
He didn't get right and all of that. The penalty call that, you know, for Kylian Mbappe, that one was contentious. To me, if he had let that be a penalty, I wouldn't complain, you know, because Lamine didn't touch the ball. He put his leg in front of. So El Clasico will be El Clasico. It will be controversial. But a lot of things did not go Barcelona's way in that game.
Moses, it ended 2-1. Now Real Madrid are 5 points clear of Barcelona.
Absolutely.
As at the time we're recording this podcast.
Yeah.
Now, you know, Yamal's comment coming to this El Clasico, don't you think it's just bring a race back to the El Clasico we've known? You know, a couple of years back, you know, 2-3 years ago, the football world, the football fans have been like, man, El Clasico is not like the El Clasico we used to have, the rivalry, the banter, and the likes. But Yamal's comment, is that not a plus? Or what do you think? That, I mean, saying it at that time, we can say it's something which it shouldn't have said. I don't think it's like a plus for the game, because we have 560 million views all over the world was tuned into El Clasico, more than 3 years, which the whole what's it called?
Highest views
in the, you know.
So when it comes to such comments,
right?
If you make such big comments, you must live up to such comments
to perform.
If Lamine Yamal had scored like 2-3 goals and Barcelona won the game, nobody will be talking about those comments. But when you make such comments and then you don't live up to expectation, it comes back to haunt you.
Extra pressure.
Good thing for Alonso, he made good of that comment so well that guys, this is a motivation for us to go out and play them well. Even the dad of Lamine Yamal made a statement, said, before I finish cooking, my son will be cooking Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. So such comments are putting extra pressure on a Barcelona team that has not been performing to the level at which we expected them this season. And trust me, Real Madrid came all out to play against Lamine Yamal that day. If the only thing we do today is to ensure that this guy had a bad game, and they succeeded in doing that. So when you make such comments, you should be ready and willing to live up to that standard. Look at the likes of Ronaldo and Messi. They don't make such comments. You can say stuff like, I'm going to go there and show why I am Lamine Yamal. It's better than saying that Real Madrid is doing this and all of that. You're riling the team up. If you must rile the team up, you must be ready to play like you are a 22-man on the field that day, and he flopped badly on that day.
All right, so let me make something clear. So Yamal's comments, you know, about Real Madrid, what really happened was, you know, he was at this Kings League Cup, which Gerard Piqué, you know, former Barcelona player, is the owner of that, you know, competition. So Yamal has to he tends to have his own team, you know, there. So he was with this influencer, you know, one of these influencers before the game. You know, they were asking him about, you know, the team which is going to be playing. So, you know, this press, I mean, this the way this thing goes, right? I think it was just at the wrong place. I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, so it was proud to a Clasico. You shouldn't be in that kind of, you know, you shouldn't be finding yourself in that kind of situation, you know, just to spice up things. You shouldn't be spicing up things. And again, Mazi made a very good point, you know, about Dani Cavalla. You know, you shouldn't be the as a captain of the Spanish national team, and this boy is twice your age. You know, you shouldn't just go there. And I mean, I understand the adrenaline after a game. We've all gone through the stage, you know. After a game, we know what used to happen. But again, you shouldn't just come out and, you know, just show that gesture. Exactly. Actually, we can't deduce what he said, but it's that gesture of, hey, you talk too much, so you know, and then we also what happened there. Let's talk about the influence of that game, you know, Moses, you mentioned, you know, Real Madrid was there. They played game. It wasn't only Real Madrid. It was the whole Bernabeu because Yamal was being echoed and booed all through the game because of what he has instigated before the game. You know, this did not help Yamal as well. Like we all know, it did not help him. It didn't, because anytime he touches the ball, you see all the whole Bernabeu fans, and Bernabeu is one of the craziest stadium, you know, in the world. So this situation did not help Yamal as well, and then it's something which we heard that Barcelona are trying to, you know, curb his media life, you know, curb his social life, and you know, hopefully things will be done. Again, the factor of Yamal not being performing, living up to expectation. Barcelona have been managing Yamal after he got the injury at the Spanish national team. He's still living with injuries right now. So, I mean, I'm not here to make excuse for Yamal about that. But again, that injury affects Yamal. And again, that makes me go through this, you know. The impact of Yamal in the game against Barcelona, I mean, against Real Madrid, being under, you know, coming back from injury, which is not that 100% fit. Ladies and gentlemen, Pedri Gonzalez is injured right now, and he's going to be out for a couple of months, 6 to 7 weeks. How would Barcelona cope? Because this is a guy that Hansi Flick has been pushing back and forth. When Lewandowski was out, Ferran is out, Yamal is out, it's just Pedri. Do you think Hansi Flick and Barcelona did not manage Pedri so well to this situation of this injury?
I wouldn't blame Hansi Flick.
Okay.
I won't blame him. Squad depth for Barcelona has been a problem. You know, the club, for any coach to even coach Barcelona right now, you're a courageous coach. For you to go in there,
they work hard though.
Yeah, the work no easy. Hard. Yeah,
you coach with $10.
Yes,
$10 for the whole season.
So I won't blame him.
That's why we have to give kudos to him, because there are some club in the world that spend 500 million and they are struggling. We know where they are in the league. I wouldn't mention name now.
And then there are players like Bernal that are just coming back from injury. They are not. Casado is coming from injury, so everybody's injured. If I would blame him 100% if we had somebody on the bench that he wasn't using. You know, somebody like, this guy did bench. Why are we not using him? So it's unfortunate, but he has to soldier on. You are a manager. You have to find solutions. Unfortunately, you take the job. You are going to take the problem. You are going to take everything. No excuses. He has to find a way to, you know. Unfortunately, there's no Rafinha also. So yeah, he just has to find a way. At the end of the day, people will still come for the manager if the team doesn't do well. Just find a solution. You know, that's why you're getting paid the big bucks.
Moses.
Yeah. So
Pedri out. The good news is that Lewandowski and then Dani Olmo will be joining the team. I mean, they joined the team in training. They should be back, you know, but not fully fit. But Pedri is out for 6 to 7 weeks. You know, it might even be longer than that. Yeah. This is a guy that we all know his injury records. You know, the games which he's been playing. If someone is to be injured right now,
it shouldn't be Pedri. Yeah, I think I don't feel sorry for Barcelona, because already last season they won the league with this young chap. They have Casado, Bernal right now, and these guys were there last season when they ran away with the title. So for them not to sign more midfielders, for them to depend on the likes of Olmo, who you claim is coming back so soon, it means they believe these guys are fit enough.
Baba, money no day, no be say for them. Money no day. No be say money.
Since Xavi era, Barcelona has largely depends on their youth team.
It's money though. It's not as if Barcelona doesn't. It's not even like we don't have money.
Okay.
It's La Liga restrictions. You understand? Like, you understand that a big club like Barcelona.
Say, Mazi, sorry to cut you there. You know, these people that I want to talk to, we are broke. Barcelona is broke. That's what they want to know.
That's what.
But when we start telling them that FFP restriction, they will think, you know, let's just let them know. Surprise and let them know. Barcelona is broke. We are not ashamed because we don't have a stadium. We play in Ketu today. We play at Oshodi the next tomorrow. We don't even have a specific stadium. Now you are now telling us that Barcelona should have gone for a midfielder. Baba, where money day? No, where the money day?
So that's why I won't blame.
Because this is a season.
Because there is no money.
Barcelona only spent 25 million on a goalkeeper this season. We bought Rafinha. Rafinha from where? He's still on loan.
And even the goalkeeper self na gbas.
You understand?
Who are you going to leave to have him come in?
We have to shop and change to bring one in. Baba, go ahead with your point.
I
just want to clear you. There was no, if money day, our club spent 500 billion on top
and they are 10 to 11.
And they are still 10 to 11 in the league. Only God knows what will happen at the end of the season if they go on trophyless. I'm not mentioning names, so I don't think you already know who I'm talking about.
I know okay. The team. They wear red.
They wear red yeah.
And white sometimes.
And they're currently working alone.
Let's not go there first. We'll still beat them. We'll be coming back there. There's a special second. I think Hansi Flick is, I believe he'll be able to manage his bench, just as I said, like Bernardo and Casado are good. Bernard, they are good enough to come in and mash up the place. If Omo comes back, I think Omo is one of my favorite attacking midfielders that I love. That's the way
they say front row for Eskenazi. Omo has come before coming to Barcelona. Okay. We saw this coming as a Barcelona fan. Yeah. There was a lot of worries and fears, you know. Yeah. And there's this conversation that's been going on that why would you go spend 60-something million on an injury-prone player? Yeah. For Leipzig, this guy never played up to 50 matches for Leipzig for the 4 years or 5 years which he spent with Leipzig. Yeah. Before leaving Leipzig, he was in the Barcelona youth team before going out and trying it straight out. Coming to Barcelona, this guy he's never played 5 matches consecutively. Be going from one. So, Baba, when they give me Omo, no sell Omo to me because I the vest. Go ahead with your point.
I think Hansi Flick has enough experience to turn things around. I don't think Barcelona really struggle in the midfield because he has this young chap to come in and play the free-flowing kind of, even though it is highline, the free-flowing kind of football. And these boys are from the Barca Academy, so they understand this game so well. When you see Barcelona midfielders playing, you think these guys they've been playing ball for over 20, 15 years and all of that. So I don't think Barcelona will struggle. The only problem Barcelona have this season is Lamine Yamal staying under the radar, staying off social media because he's bringing more problems to the team rather than the injuries and the suspension that we're talking about.
Mazi?
Yeah, I think
because he just talk about the midfield. You know, Barcelona will be able to cope with the Casado. You know, without Pedri. But who won't score? Last season, Barcelona went and ran away with the league with arguably the 3 best players in the world: Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Yamal. Yeah. Those guys were there back to back delivering goals. But right now, today Yamal is out. Tomorrow Rafinha and Lewandowski is out. Who is going to score? Okay, depend on Rashford. I mean, this is Hansi Flick's game is built on his own attack. Yeah. And where is the goals coming from? Mazi.
But that's what you get when you don't have squad depth.
Yeah.
Now you're going to have so many players, you know, playing so many games that the next season they become injured or they are unfit. You know, that's what we are experiencing. So I think we are going to struggle. I think Real Madrid can smell it that this is their title. With what is going on in Barcelona, all the troubles in and out of the pitch. Madrid are extra motivated.
Right.
You understand?
And Alonso is there for the making for now.
Alonso is going. So I think we're going to struggle, but it's going to be interesting to see how the experience of Hansi Flick is going to come into play. We have the January transfer window that we can depend on, depending on the financial status of the of the club.
Mazi, no wine me, I beg. Mazi, no wine
loans. You know, loans. Like we call Marcus Rashford on loan, and he has been one of our best players. Can you imagine if Rashford wasn't in Barcelona and Rafinha is out? So maybe it would have been disaster. You get? So maybe January is around the corner. If you can secure some loan deals, but how many clubs will give you good players for loan?
And how many players want to come to a Barcelona team that is not sure to maybe he's going to get registered? Remember, that's the point.
You know, there's some players that are extremely good, but they're not in the Champions League. So Champions League might be a motivation for them to join. You know, let them come and play, you know, big football and sell themselves.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Gold Rush Football Podcast on Gold Rush Football TV. Again, this is not Barcelona TV. It's just the way it is. We are just we're coming back from, you know, the Clasico hangover and having Mazi here. I just want us to talk about Barcelona a little bit. We'll still be coming back to Barcelona, but before we do that, let's dive into a a team that's been working alone after spending so much money, which their coach is telling us that, hey, you know what? Why would you guys want to start talking about the money we've spent? I have 20 players. I have 4 injury players, and I also have just 16 players. That's the reason why I started. Not a whole a full squad, and that what led to the exits in the cup games. Baba, excuse the flow everywhere now for this man. What's going on with Arne Slot, man?
I think right now, and Slot is the most confused coach on the planet. He doesn't have a solution. He doesn't know where to go. The Crystal Palace game in the Carling Cup was an opportunity for him to bounce back.
To win a game. I don't care who you want to.
It's an opportunity for him to tell everyone.
I don't care if you are starting the whole first 11.
There is no resting for anyone.
You need to make a statement.
We need to make a statement.
You need to get the trust of these fans back. You need to let the whole world know that you know what you are doing.
But he chicken out thinking, oh, if I
flexing.
let me relax my
Chelsea played. How many senior guys played? They mixed and they have like 5 or 6. Manchester City played, they had like 5 or 6.
And the big boys
were on the bench. You wouldn't notice that they had this chop and change players. But you coming from 4 defeats in a row,
unknown,
and you just want to flex against.
I saw the keeper.
You play Crystal Palace with your full squad, you chop them. You won't come beat them with. What are we talking about?
I actually don't see like that. I think he was trying to hide behind that excuse. Like, he already given up mentally. I might lose with my big team. So let me come up with
something,
a reason that we lost because like you said, you lost to Crystal Palace. You know that this team can beat you
on a good day,
and then you change 10 players. 10, I feel for
when I saw the lineup, I'm like,
I feel for those young players because
you said them for failure.
Yes,
you just said these guys for failure. The confidence will be gone now. Now, when you are trying to bring all these, this Ngoma or what is all these small guys, bring them back into the squad. Where is the confidence coming back?
You fed them to the wolves, basically. Yeah.
I think right now,
as if Arne Slot is under fraud.
And then he should not
Arne Slot.
even give.
Can we say officially Arne Slot is under fraud watch?
He should be
under fraud watch right now.
Stop giving us that excuse of player squad depth.
Come on, this guy went to a press conference and telling us that people complain. I'm not quoting him now, but from his side, he said people complain that they spent 500 million. Don't you guys know that we have 20 players? And 4 out of the 20 players are injured.
He was pointing to a Manchester City squad and saying, "Oh, you didn't notice that Manchester City played another team because of their squad." No, it's not squad. It's performance.
Yes, he has.
It's performance. If your team
and Slot has virtually blamed everybody except himself. Remember, there was a game he blamed Frimpong, saying that he didn't run out on time before they scored the set. So he looks for excuse, forgetting that him himself is the in fact 70% of the problem Liverpool is having this season is Arne Slot.
When Pep was having his issues last season, Pep did not point accusing fingers at anybody
at all.
He was scratching his nose and scratching his face.
And blood they come out.
You brought in a striker who you know is struggling with fitness, and you're forcing the guy. Who does that? Let this guy heal, come back to form and play. But you were trying to force Isak. Now Isak looked like a shadow of himself. Ekitike was in good form when he came in. Continue to play him and allow Isak to fight for his share. That is how good coaches act. But one thing with Slot is that we overhype this guy. For me, I told the production manager of this set, Sheon, that this guy is not good enough. He's just a flash in the pan, and he's showing it this season.
Person even talk and say everything hag better pass Arne Slot.
The thing is that the way
I heard you are saying a lie.
Everybody gets their comfort zone. I think they've removed Arne Slot from his comfort zone right now, so he has to prove himself.
I think another thing, he came under pressure after all the signings. Last season Liverpool did not sign anyone, so there was no pressure whether I win or no win. You didn't give me only Chiesa, 14 million pounds or 12 million pounds. It's none of my business. So there was no expectation, and nobody was expecting Liverpool to run away with the title last season. So this season, signing those players, automatically the things he's hearing on the streets is Oga.
So let me add to what you said. Actually, to me, you're right, but the actual thing is that there was no selection problem.
Last season.
So everybody
know where you play.
Yeah, everybody know where you
plug and play. But
now,
this time,
yes, they've given him
selection and usage.
Do your selection. Even the decision of signing Ekitike and Isiak, I don't know where that came from.
The board, it's the board, and
now and Ekitike is performing like you said.
Yeah.
Instead of you to bring Isiak in gradually, you just slot him and brought Ekitike straight to the bench.
Another thing that I see with Slot is that he brought in a Florian Wiz that is coming from a 3 at the back kind of attacking formation. If you go check Bayern Leverkusen, Frimpong and Wiz, they were playing on that right hand side. I was telling Sean, I go back again to the production manager, I said, these guys you guys signed, they are good on paper, but the place, how to use the system to using this guy is where Slot we have the problem. And if you check, he's struggling. Wiz looks like someone who doesn't even know what he's doing on the field of play. It's as if Slot tells the players one thing and the players are hearing something else among themselves. The body language is different. Van Dijk is no longer the Van Dijk you used to know. Now he stretches his bum out in a way that is.
What is you talking about?
But you know the thing, to this point you just brought.
Yeah.
Football is very hostile these days. That was one of the reasons why Walker actually, left Manchester City. Like, you one dribble or one,
don't cast.
Your own don't cast though. Like, so I want that part of football to go away. I don't want people to make mockery of players because you're going to get dribbled. Everybody's going to get dribbled, everybody. But when it turns into a meme or, it's kind of psychologically killing players. But
gentlemen, where do you think Liverpool is going to end? I know it's too early. This is November, and then they say Saturday we go sweet.
Now from Friday we
go no. And if they lose game back to back.
I think
Salah's signature. What do you think?
Salah
is throwing tantrums. He's one of the problems of that team. If you ask me.
Yeah, but the problem this season is that it's too early for me to want to say where Liverpool will end. I want to give it till December, where they will play their next maybe 6-7 matches from now till December next month. If it doesn't wrap up 3, 4, 5 wins from the games they have, then I can tell you that he may not end up in top 4.
Moses no well. Moses is the one Liverpool fans. Moses the one.
Let me say Liverpool
fans.
Liverpool fans
who don't even believe they can get a draw.
Use their eyes to trust their lightness
that they can win 5
games.
They have a lot of problems.
Yeah, they have a lot.
Let's start with Konate.
Yeah.
You know what happened to Konate at the beginning of the season? Is he in? Is he out? Are you for us? Are you against us?
Are you signing new contract
Konate
or not?
is a big problem.
Yeah.
Salah is a big problem.
Yeah.
The last game they tried to bench Salah because the coach wants to try something else. Salah deleted everything on his Twitter.
Yeah.
Florian Wirtz is not performing. Van Dijk is bad. So you can go on and on and on. They
Alisson
have a lot
is
of problems.
injured.
Alisson is injured. So if you ask me, they may
Kekes is being bullied.
I think we should write Liverpool off from winning the EPL.
For now.
They are right off. Yes,
they can't win the EPL.
They are struggling for a Champions League slot.
Yeah, they are struggling.
It's one thing about life. So this song where this guy sing that time. Wande Cole. This for shout out to Wande Cole. This popular Nigerian artist.
Wande Cole.
Some get shoes, they can no walk. Some can walk, they have no shoes.
They get shoes, they can walk. Glory be to Jehovah. Oh yeah, shop plenty.
Liverpool fans, they get money,
but they don't know how to spend it. They have the player too, but they don't know how to use it. So it's there's this proverb I used to say that you can give a gun to a 2-year-old child, a double barrel, AK-47.
Imagine, I just get that too. Make I just get half of that 500 million.
If you give this Inter Milan defending Arsenal Isak.
Wait. This is the kind of go now. Wait, come back again.
If you give this Inter prime Jose Mourinho, Inter Milan defending Arsenal.
Wow.
Isaac.
Wow.
We'll just close the Premier League right now.
So what are you now saying now? You're not giving credit to Arsenal for them being defense.
They are playing a
Just talking about that now, we move it to Arsenal because they've been doing very well. They've been winning games, and
it's too early.
It's too early, right?
But Larry,
so many times.
let me say this. Let me say this about Arsenal. People,
Okay. So
two things.
now we're talking about Arsenal.
Yes.
Okay.
Two things.
Wow.
That we expected Arsenal to do this season. Actually, they did those two things. Depth was their problem last season, and also signing a traditional number 9. But look at it. It is not about signing a traditional number 9. Is the number 9 scoring?
Wow.
That's the question. Chelsea signed Shevchenko. Chelsea signed Torres. It didn't click. So why there are games that you will need your striker to turn up. Which Arsenal, the kind of football they're playing right now, waiting for set piece. I don't know who uses set piece.
But they are winning. They're getting the 3 points. What are you talking about, man? Mazi.
Are you proud of this kind of football Arsenal is playing?
But their fans are okay with that. But person they win.
Arsenal is taking us back to 1952.
Mazi.
So,
Moses, the soup where they cook. I don't go there pass or person will go chop it. Me, I know they.
But here's the thing.
You want to set me up?
Yes.
My God.
Me, I'm using historical facts. Right?
Okay.
The Arsenal has always been, early starters.
Yeah.
Yes, early starters.
Yes.
They hit their form very early.
Ask 70% of Arsenal fans now. They're going for the league. They're winning the league.
Since 7 years, they have been going for the league.
Yes, they've been doing that. They've been saying
for 7 years.
Yes.
I know a certain friend of mine, a Soccer Arena Indie co-host. I will not say his name. Every year they are going for the league.
Yeah.
Their hope will die after January, February, March. That period.
Just give them match.
So here is the thing. Arsenal, they are straight out the block. Arteta, that's his way. He wants to take an early lead. Now, are you considering that there are going to be more games towards, now we are having FA Cup. FA Cup has not even started.
Yeah.
Now we are going to have 4 competitions, right? Yes. He's going to start tinkering. Which team will I play for this one versus I have another FA Cup on Saturday. He's not doing that right now. Now,
but Moses just said the depth. We just talk about the depth now. Look at the starting 11 which he started against these guys.
Brighton.
Against Brighton.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, these guys are first 11 in another team.
Yeah.
But see, Arsenal, I call them summer champions. Summer, you can't beat Arsenal in the summer. I don't care who you are. Summer champions. For me, when I start judging Arsenal, is after the winter when snow. Not the fault. Yes, cold.
At
that time I go judge Arsenal. Let's cross over December. Then ask me again if they are still putting up this kind of performance, dominant performance. And to me, their performance is not even dominant. Let's be honest.
It's not dominant.
See, they are counting. I hear Arsenal fans counting 1 shot on target, 0 shot on target in October. Bro. Shot on target. Let's not deceive ourselves.
As much as I like the way I like the way they just grinding the points and getting the 3 points and wrapping up the point.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans with their statistics for best best something of the week. 0 goal considered for 1 month. But I mean that's bragging right anyways.
465 days on top. longest days on top before the title. Like they have all these things. All right. Even their coach buys into that. He will tell you that we spent 400.
They will bottle it for sure. That's why we call them.
My problem is not. I see
it ready.
You know what?
I see Arsenal bad belly.
Any team will hit form for January, we're not too far from Arsenal. Now problem.
Yeah,
that's just the truth. Only if Arsenal run away 20 points. Yes, but if they are still between that 5 points, 4 points, story.
Gentlemen, if you're watching this is Gold Rush Football Podcast. Arsenal fan, I want you to drop your comment and prove this gentleman here wrong. Like, hey, what they are saying is not going to happen. This is the year Arsenal is winning the league. I want you to, drop your comment and let's. If you believe Arsenal is going to win the league, drop your comment in the comment section and let's talk about that. Gentlemen, this is Gold Rush Football Podcast on Gold Rush Football TV. We'll be right back after this break. This is Gold Rush Football Podcast on Gold Rush Football TV, and I'm having fun with my guys right here. I have Mazi and I also have Moses here. Gentlemen, the Champions League is back. match day 4 of the Champions League is we have the Tuesdays and Wednesdays game, and then the games which we'll be looking forward to see is for me Liverpool and then Real Madrid at Anfield. Yes, gentlemen. We just talked about Liverpool, and the slot trying to tinkling, and and we have Xabi Alonso making a return to I mean, he was there last season with Leverkusen. I think it ended 0. Liverpool defeated them 3-2, I guess, But this time around, Xabi Alonso is going with the Real Madrid side. A Kylian Mbappe Real Madrid. Because now Kylian Mbappe be Real Madrid now. Nobody, he's not even Vinicius now. It's not even, so it's Kylian Mbappe.
He's the new face of Real Madrid. As expected. He was even the face of Real Madrid last season as well.
And a slot against a slotless and a slot. Gentlemen, what's going to happen? What do you see?
I think this is the best time to play Liverpool. If you're wanting to beat Liverpool your life, this is the best time you want to play Liverpool, because right now they don't even know their left leg from their right leg. Even the coach himself doesn't know what he's doing, just as I said earlier on. I think Real Madrid will be too hot for Liverpool to handle. Tell me, who would you say the defense line that is in form in Liverpool back line? Van Dijk, Konate seems like they don't know each other anymore. Kekes is being bullied by Bournemouth and Crystal Palace and every other team. The coach doesn't know whether it is Conor Bradley or Frimpong is his best right back. He doesn't trust Gomez. So I'm playing Real Madrid without having a defense line against Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, and now Bellingham is calling from the midfield from anywhere. So I think it's gonna be a bullying. When you carry a 7-year-old child to go and fight a Mike Tyson, that is what we're gonna see on Tuesday. Liverpool will be battered. Their fans will be praying that God should come in and block the post for them, but it will be impossible because Mbappe, these are the games that Mbappe wants to use to say, I need the Ballon d'Or.
Mazi, Liverpool.
Well, I don't
because we all know this Real Madrid are still far from a finished team.
I was going to say that. I was still far from a finished team. I was going to say that
in El Clasico, no excuse here. But Barcelona with Real Madrid in the El Clasico played without arguably the best player in the world, in Rafinha, and also a veteran in Lewandowski. It was just an injury fit of Yamal and the other guys that was there. But again, there's still some loopholes with this Xabi Alonso's guys.
Well, this Real Madrid is not even that good. That was going to be my first statement. Liverpool just need to overcome. Once you start losing games like that, what happens is you're mentally out. You can lose 10 if you're not careful. You understand? So with that kind of analysis or analogy, they might lose to Madrid. But if they can mentally get it together, this Madrid is very beatable. Madrid have problems of their own. This team is not balanced yet. Forget what Alonso is doing. The Vini Mbappe problem is still there.
Right.
The unity is not there. You saw when he was substituted in the El Clasico, you saw his reaction. So you know that the team is there's no unity. There are so many heroes. Bellingham wants to be a hero. Mbappe wants to be a hero. This one. So Liverpool, get your ass together. You can get another kind of victory. If Liverpool gets it, they can put their season back together because you get confidence. So we beat Real Madrid, top of. So I think Liverpool will win that game at Anfield. I don't think they would want to disappoint their fans again. They can get it together.
Second game of the night, which I'll be talking about, is Bayern Leverkusen and PSG. This is going to be played at the Parc des Princes. PSG versus Bayern Munich. Gentlemen, on one of our previous episodes, we talked about Vincent Kompany, which I said right now, currently, it should be ranked based on current form.
Yeah.
Let's forget about what happened 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons. Based on current form, Vincent Kompany should be ranked in top 3 coaches in the world. Based on current form.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Bayern right now are a team that they don't seem to look like they're going to lose.
Yeah.
And PSG, on the other hand, have been neither here nor there, struggling to win 1-0. But again, do not look at PSG in their Ligue 1. Gentlemen, what do you see is going to happen? PSG, Bayern Munich.
Luis Enrique is a big factor.
Yeah,
experience. You know, you can read the game. That man is very detailed. So a coach that can spot the loopholes. If it's a company, current form, fantastic, but don't get me wrong, does he have the experience? When that game becomes a crunch fixture, can he make decisions that will tilt the game? You understand? He subs, So I think it's a company, everybody knows that, progressive, young coach, he has ideas and all of that. But he's still untested when it comes to big games, like big knockout games, big Champions League games. Experience counts a lot. So it's an interesting one. But if you ask me, I think PSG might edge them out. Defending champions always come with this aura, that can unlock things and maybe puts a bit of pressure or fear in the opposing team. And I think Visa Company is still learning on the job in terms of some of these crunch fixtures, and trust me, last season, not even last season, the season before last, was it last season? Last season was his first season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost so many competitions.
Right.
Now he won the German league, but he's not yet where he wants to be. Also, because he was knocked out of the German Cup. He lost
knocked out everywhere.
Yeah, knocked out
everywhere, right? Yeah.
So he's still unproven in those big games.
So for you, it's going to be PSG.
I think PSG will edge them out. They'll play good football, but PSG will win.
Moses.
I think I will totally agree with Mazi. The big difference between these two teams is Luis Enrique. The experience in Champions League cannot be taken for granted. He has the pedigree. He has won it before. He's done it with Barcelona. He's done it with which other team as well. He's shown that he's a top coach. Vincent Kompany is still trying to prove himself. He's still struggling to make a name. So, and besides, if you check the two teams, PSG have a much more stable set of players compared to the Bayern team, that's brought in Nicolas Jackson and one or two other additions.
I don't say
and they don't even have a stable backline. Today they are using Jonathan Tah. Tomorrow they are using the other, this Chinese other defender they brought from Kim Jae. So they don't really have a stable backline that you say, okay, I know this is the team that they are going to put up. They are doing so well. They're playing so well. The way they beat Chelsea, it shows that they are not here to play. But I think the difference between these two teams will be Luis Enrique. He will just edge them. I think he will edge them on Tuesday.
Do you see what he did to Barcelona?
Yeah,
like first half was looking like Barcelona.
Second half, he came in and turned it around.
Exactly. So.
Yeah. All right. There's also a team which I just want to talk about based on the the top games. It's going to be Juventus and Sporting Lisbon. Juve with a new coach, Luciano Spalletti.
Yeah.
And then we know they've failed to win a game since I can't remember last time Juve won the game.
They've bounced back with the new Spalletti coming in.
So
the new coach bounce. I expect Juventus to bully Sporting because definitely they've always been there. They have that pedigree and the name when it comes to Champions League. I don't see Sporting having a say in going to beat Juventus at home. It will be an impossible task. It will be asking someone, an amateur, to go beat a professional boxer in a boxing ring. It will be like asking Liverpool right now to go win against Enyimba. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Wow.
Because right now anybody can beat Liverpool as far as I'm concerned. So the same way it will be impossible for Sporting to go beat Juventus. So I expect Juventus to come out tops.
Juventus for you too, Mazi, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from Sporting to suggest that
they get something.
They get ginger. So I'll give that game to Juve. And Juve is playing at home.
Yes.
So
yeah.
And to rain. All right, gentlemen, let's go to Wednesday game. That's where the big boys are playing. When I say the big boys, the likes of Barcelona, the likes of, am I right there?
Yeah.
Big boys,
Chelsea,
the likes of Chelsea. At least the world champions too will playing on Wednesday.
Exactly.
But again, someone said it was a Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse trophy. I'm not in my mouth and I will hear that one. But it is what it is. Yeah. Karabakh versus Chelsea. Chelsea will be traveling to. This is just like Europa. It's like giving Chelsea giving them
conference league
league feeling. These are the guys which Chelsea played last season where they were traveling from Jerusalem to Bethlehem in a train and a bus last season. Yeah. So this is the same fixture. So what should we be expecting from Maresca?
Definitely, I don't even expect, just like Maresca always does. I don't expect him to use his first team.
Wow, just pride.
Yeah, we have a good second team. So it's not like the second team is that good, but because Maresca has this tradition of always fielding his second team when he plays teams that are not tops. He knew Ajax were struggling. He brought in Bernanote, Gittins. He brought in second team to bully them. Even though we were playing at home against Karabag, I won't be surprised if Jorgensen and Tosin use his bench to bully. Yeah, Karabag won their first 2 games, but I don't against Chelsea. Chelsea will be too hot for them to handle. And besides, we just went to White Hart Lane to claim our regular 3 points. So we are going out there in Azerbaijan to go tell them that this was the kind of teams we play in Conference League and we're bullying them. So I expect Chelsea to go there and get the 3 points.
Easy win for Chelsea?
I mean, this speaks of the present quality of the Champions League. I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of this kind of game. So I mean, you have it's not even. It's not even. I think it's a win for Chelsea, no doubt.
It's a win for Chelsea. All right, Club Brugge, Barcelona. Barcelona coming from the defeat to Paris Saint-Germain, and then now it's a win-win for them, because if they want to go further, they have to win the game. They'll be playing Club Brugge. What do you guys think? Going away. Let me give it to Mazi first. Yeah, Club Brugge, Barcelona.
It should be a statement win. This is a very, some games in a season can define your season. If a loss comes in this game for Barcelona, exactly. It's going to be bad omen. So, but don't write away Club Brugge. Last season they made it to the knockout phase of the Champions League. So they are is a team that you take serious. But I would expect Barcelona to come good. Rashford has been our best player. He has been creating and scoring. So Rashidi. So yes, so Rashidi should continue his good form. Maybe a few more goals and assists. That would be good to see.
Moses.
Barcelona win. They have the experience. They have the coach. This is an opportunity for them to show us that there's still something left, in them. Or they are serious contenders. These are games for them to beat, Club Brugge, and let us know that we are serious in this. We are not playing. So I expect them to get the 3 points.
But it's not going to come easy. The one thing I will say to the fellow listeners, if you are watching this, I know the Club Brugge Barcelona game is not going to come easy, because any team in the world, even the Yimba playing Barcelona, there is expectation of goal, because the way of which Barcelona play. Expect Club Brugge to get a goal, and they might as well go with something. So it's not going to come easy. That highline is going to be another podcast. We talk about that in one of our podcasts, because if we start that now, we don't go cover yet. All right, my gentlemen, we have another game here. We have Manchester City and Dortmund. Yes, City Dortmund. It's not been Rolls Royce performance from Manchester City. Yeah. I think they've been under the radar this couple of days. Nobody they talk about City.
I think that's good though.
I want it's good.
It's good for building your team. Make your eye.
Pep game. Pep tactics. Everything is just. So what do you guys think is going to happen with this Dortmund side? Dortmund they don't give a F about anybody which they play. As long as it's Champions League, they are always out to play. Expect that kind of game too. If I'll be predicting, if I want to be part of the investor, I will say Dortmund to score 1 goal.
City have no defense.
So that's one. Gentlemen, what do you think?
I think Pep is a master of games like this.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I think Pep understand. Pep have played Dortmund number of times when he was coaching Bayern. He understand the culture of the team and how they play and Dortmund won't come to Etihad and sit back. They are attacking team. They want to play flair and all of that. So and if you come out to play a team like City at the Etihad without having a pragmatic backline, just as the way Tottenham sat back and counter City, that's the only way I see Dortmund winning. But if Dortmund comes out and play their free-flowing kind of football,
which is what they've always been doing in Champions League,
they go collect. I expect City to run away with the 3 points.
All right, gentlemen, now let's take your prediction directly now, because the investors have been sending messages to us that, Larry, make one of the drop predictions for us now. I mean, But what we can do is we can drop predictions, but no go put your money for what we drop. But it's just to the best of our knowledge.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, I'll be starting from the where's the game? Just give me the scores which you expect. Who's going to win this game? Win or draw? That's what I just want to pick here. Newcastle, Athletic Club, Atletico Bilbao. Moses,
Newcastle will win.
Marseille, Atlanta.
Marseille, they are pumping. They are pumping. They are not doing badly this season. I think a draw.
Draw.
Yeah.
We still have options of over 1.5, over 2.5. Depends on what a draw. Okay. Manchester City, Dortmund.
Straight win, City. And both teams to score.
Ajax, Galatasaray.
Ajax they've been really poor this season. So Galatasaray should go there and get their 3 points.
Chelsea, Karabakh.
4-0 straight win for Chelsea.
And the last one, Club Brugge, Barcelona.
Barcelona win, maybe 1-0 or 2-0 win.
1-0, slim margin.
Yeah, slim margin.
All right, Mazi, I'm going to the Tuesday game. Napoli, Frankfurt.
Napoli, but they are missing the brainer hamstring. I'll still give Napoli, Italian champions, give them that respect.
Straight win.
Yeah, win. Maybe
Slavia
2-0.
Slavia Prague, Arsenal.
No, that's a walkover. Arsenal if you use that one, get those their statistics like what do they call it? Goal expectation. Arsenal.
That is they shock me. Goal expectation. People they That's a sign people who has been
hunger for statistics.
Arsenal fans they've ordered their cow as everything down.
We go chop now. We go chop. All right. Atletico Madrid, Union St. Galelos.
Atletico will take that game. I think 2-1.
PSG Bayern Munich.
I'll go. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. Probably like a 3-1, 3-2 game. PSG.
Tottenham Copenhagen.
Tottenham 1-0, 2-1. 1-0, slim victory.
And the last one, Monaco, Bodo Glimt versus Monaco.
Monaco, definitely. Like the way Monaco stood up to Manchester City in the last Champions League game, I think Monaco will take that game. It's probably going to be 2-0. And Sufati has been fantastic too, just to say that.
Right. So, gentlemen, here we have it. This has been Gold Rush Football Podcast on Gold Rush Football TV. If you love what you've been hearing and what you've been seeing, kindly subscribe, share with your friends. I've been having fun with Mazi and, of course, Moses here. Gentlemen, we can't do this if you guys are not there. We really appreciate you guys for subscribing, for sharing, and for liking. Also, don't stop there. Share with friends. Until we meet again next weekend. Have a lovely week ahead of you. Bye.